If your house never quite feels clean, no matter how hard you try, you're probably overthinking it. I was making the same decisions every single day with no rhythm holding my week together, and all of the tasks in our home felt quite overwhelming, especially keeping it clean. What changed everything for me was setting aside one day and building 3 simple habits around it. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know the one-day fix and the daily rhythms that keep your home clean without overthinking it. So I'm going to get very practical here in a second, but first, it's important to understand why many moms are overwhelmed by cleaning and that there's a very simple fix to this that I'm going to get to. During my first years of motherhood, I thought that tidy was pretty much the same thing as clean. It took me some time to understand that there really is a difference. And honestly, at the time, I was barely keeping the floors picked up, the bathrooms were only cleaned sometimes, and I really just had no system at all. What was really happening was major decision fatigue. Every single day, many of us are spinning our wheels trying to figure out what's most important or what should be focused on. We don't have a 9-to-5 job or a boss telling us these things. We have to figure it out ourselves, and that can be challenging. And then there's the issue of perfectionism, but it shows up as having an all or nothing mindset. You think that you have to overhaul everything or finish a massive deep clean for it to matter. So if you can't do it all, you just don't do anything. But ultimately, this all boils down to a lack of a simple structure. When there is no time carved out or a rhythm that helps us get these things done, we end up just trying to keep a bunch of plates spinning or to keep everything going at once, like homeschool, task in the home, relationships, you name it, and ultimately something has to give, and our home just stays a mess and it can all feel very overwhelming. But here's the relief. You don't have to stay stuck here. You can move from trying to do and finish every possible thing to tending to a pre-decided rhythm in a calm way. And when you do this, it relieves a huge burden off the mind and the soul. With a rhythm in place that you've been really intentional to think through ahead of time, you're no longer wondering if you're behind, you're not really scrambling, you don't feel guilty. You just simply plod away at what you've decided ahead of time is important. And if you don't get to it, it's fine. You know that it's going to come back around because it's a rhythm. You don't have to overthink it anymore. I say this a lot, but as homemakers, we need to move from having linear thinking to cyclical thinking. Linear thinking says finish the list, and cyclical thinking says tend to the rhythm. The list will never be done. That is an impossible standard to meet. But the rhythm rinses and repeats. It comes back around. And that's where the relief is. You are going with the grain of how God created the world in rhythms. So here's how I shaped my rhythms to help me keep our home clean, and it's simpler than you think. By the way, if you're overwhelmed by all the moving pieces and you just want a straightforward, clear plan to help stabilize your home, I actually recently created a simple tool that walks you through exactly that. You can grab that down below. So let's get back to it. What I started to do was set aside one theme day to tackle deep cleaning. I call it my deep clean day. Go figure. In case you've not been able to watch my video on theme days, or just as a simple refresher, a theme day is one day that's set aside each week that's focused on a related set of tasks for the home. So for deep cleaning day, this is one day each week that just really resets the home. And here's why it works and why it's profoundly helpful to a busy mom. It's helpful to the mind and the home. You make decisions one time about what you need to take care of for the week, and then you just simply follow the rhythm. You're not making the same decisions over and over again. You're not standing around wondering what you need to do next, especially as you know you have that mile-long to-do list. It helps you really focus in on what's important for the day. So the way that this works is through what I call the theme day menu. And here's the difference between that and just a to-do list. A to-do list is a set of demands or a one-off task that you do need to get done, and there's totally a place for that, but that's not what this is. A theme day menu is a set of tasks that is on a set list that you repeat pretty regularly, but that you can actually choose from the menu based on your season and your capability. So instead of a list that says you need to get to all these things, you just have a menu that says here are the options, pick what fits today. You're not doing everything every single week. You're choosing based on your bandwidth and the needs of your home. So right now in newborn season, here's what gets done on my deep cleaning day. Bathrooms, floors, and dusting, some weeks. Those are my biggest priorities right now. And no, I don't even do all of those by myself. But if I can get those 3 things done, then the house is reset for the week and it's clean enough, and I'm I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. Now, it hasn't always looked like this, and it won't always look like this, but that's the beauty of this system. It shifts with your seasons. So maybe you're homeschooling a struggling learner and barely have time to breathe, or maybe you're just exhausted because of a demanding season for whatever reason. When you have more bandwidth, you scale up. And when you have less bandwidth, you scale back to the bare minimum. And there's no guilt in that because the rhythm truly is designed to flex with you. One thing that makes this work in our home is that deep cleaning day is a family rhythm, and it's become that way over time. So my children have daily chores just like I do to help keep the house at bay and keep it pretty tidy. But on deep cleaning day, it's also a team effort. So just like I have cleaning tasks, they also have tasks to help clean the home, not just tidy it. One daughter mops the floors, another helps clean the bathrooms. My oldest son handles the carport and the trash cans, and he usually helps me with dusting and vacuuming too. So I highly encourage the family team dynamic. I'll talk about that more in a minute. But in regards to the cleaning day menu, I think about this in 2 layers. First, my main priorities, the things that really have to happen. And second is a rotating list of other tasks. So if I finish my priorities and I still have time, then I can choose something else from the list or the menu. For example, my priorities happen weekly, but there are other things that really only need to be taken care of monthly or seasonally or even annually. So I'll link a favorite resource down below that gives some ideas on this. But if I'm limited that week, if someone's sick, if I'm exhausted, if the baby didn't sleep, I can just stick to the priorities and that's enough. Because next week, the same day comes back around, and again, that's the beauty of a rhythm. Now, in order for this to work, you do need a time block carved out to tackle your theme day chores each day. So whether that's 30 minutes, an hour and a half, whatever works for you, that time just needs to be protected like an appointment. So for me, that is a block of time that's after rest time. So this weekly rhythm is the anchor, but it only works with just a few very simple daily habits that keep the home at bay between cleaning days, and I'm going to share those next. By the way, if we haven't met yet, I'm Lauren. I'm a homeschooling mom of 6, and this channel is all about building fruitful, life-giving homes through simple, God-honoring rhythms. If that sounds like something you need, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss my weekly videos. So at a very foundational level, the difference between tidy and clean is that tidy means picked up, clean means dusted, vacuumed, scrubbed, or to make things more shiny. You probably already know this, but they're not the same thing. The daily rhythms that I'm going to talk about keep the home tidy so that on deep cleaning day, you can just hit the ground running and just clean rather than spending half the time picking up instead of making things shiny. These 3 small daily rhythms make the system work. Habit 1 is really a morning reset, and it starts with making your bed first thing because this is a big morale booster. So when I get up in the morning, first thing, I make my bed and I clear off my nightstand. And then while I'm brushing my teeth, I quickly straighten and wipe down the bathroom counter. So this morning rhythm takes maybe 3 minutes max, and it really does set the tone for the day. Habit 2 is meal time resets, and this happens before and after meals. Before meals, we do a quick whole home tidy. Not before breakfast, but before lunch and dinner. We do a quick whole home tidy. We start with the main living areas and then we move to bedrooms, which usually aren't too terribly bad. Not always true, but typically it's not too bad because my children are required to pick up their rooms each morning as a part of their morning routine, and then we're busy with school for the morning. So in short, before lunch and dinner, we do the quick reset, and then everybody pitches in if they're able. And then after meals, everyone takes care of their little chore. The main focus after meals, for the most part, is wrapping up the kitchen. So this is going to look different depending on your family, but building rhythms around meals works because meals are natural anchors in the day. They happen every single day. You're already transitioning. You just build your little tidying rhythm into that moment or into that anchor. Habit 3 is a kitchen and living room wrap up at night. So after the kids are in bed, I do one quick last sweep. Sometimes there are pillows on the floor from when we're singing and praying before bed. Sometimes something was missed in the kitchen, I just make sure that those two areas are completely wrapped up so that we wake up to a clean kitchen and living room, and it changes the tone of the morning, which affects the whole day. And part of that is I also make sure the coffee's ready because that's important to me. So using rhythms like these is what I call following the ant's path, which is referred to in Proverbs 6:6. This is all about chipping away little by little. And training your children to help is part of this. I like to think and say that they contribute to the mess and the life lived in the home, so they contribute to stewarding it. This builds character and work ethic, and it's a great blessing to mom too. So if you want more on building a chore system and training your children on how to do that, because it does take time and effort, I made a video about that and I can link that down below. You can go check that out. But overall, here's what changed for me. Our home, which used to be a whole lot more chaotic and pretty dirty, is now warm, hospitable, and fairly put together. And I don't mean we have it all together. I'm just saying generally it's fairly tidy. Things are somewhat under control a lot of the time for a home with small children. And I don't say that to say that we're great. It's most certainly not perfect, and we have room to grow in many ways. But I share this to testify of the power of little rhythms. They really do keep the home at bay, and they provide a ton of mental relief for mom. I really, truly don't overthink it anymore. I've made the decisions ahead of time, and now I just move through it without much thought. And I want the same relief for you. So again, rhythms, rinse and repeat. You've got 1 weekly anchor, 3 daily habits, decisions made once, and there's room to scale up or back based on your season. Again, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and bring more stability to your home, that tool I mentioned is going to be linked down below. It's a great place to begin, so be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you in the next one.